Today we're going to be applying vinyl to a van or your everyday work vehicle. First step is cleaning it. You would first wash the car down or wherever you're going to be cleaning it with soapy water, just regular faucet water, regular Dawn, just a little couple drops in there, and that's all you'll need. You wash down the area, clean it off, dry it real good. Then after that, you can be supplied with a deep cleaner in our application kit. You would clean then the area again where you're going to be applying the vinyl. You want to put a lot of pressure on this. Make sure you get all the contaminants that might be on the surface. Once you got a nice clean surface, you take another thing that comes out of our application kit. It's an application fluid, but this one you don't have to be as generous and you don't have to use as much pressure. This is like a cleaner for the cleaner, as funny as that sounds. Now that you're satisfied with the cleaning, the next step is to place your vinyl. You'll start by just adding 2 little pieces of tape right here at the top to help hold it up, so when you visually place your vinyl, it'll hold it in place. So in the area that you're trying to apply, just visually line it up. When you're happy with that, just touch down your pieces of tape. Then you just go back after that with a tape measure. Just measure off of something that's running level with the truck. In this instance, this is the door track. When it opens up, it runs along this right here. So this is going to run with the same body line as the truck. So I'll find 2 flat surfaces or 2 like rounded surfaces, like the 6 and the 3, and I would measure off these to make sure you get it level. And right there is 9 1/4. And I'll come over to the 3, and now it's a little off. So you just pop the one little piece of tape, just drop down the 3 to 9 1/4, and touch your tape up here. And if you've done that, you have to come check over here just in case, because sometimes when you lift or drop the other side will want to move too. See, it moved it just a little bit, not a lot, but if you wanted to get it exact, you want to just double check. Now we're going to try and see about center it left or right. I mean, visually, we got a rounded edge over here, so this is where you can kind of play with that, and you can do what makes you happy. But I like this where it's at right here. So now that you've got this where this is supposed to be, next step is called hinging the vinyl. You just take a strip of masking tape, run it across the top, half on the graphic and half on the vehicle. And just tear your tape off. Rub this down real good. Make sure it's all down, because if you pull this up and that comes undone, you've lost everything. You have to start from scratch. After you've hinged it and you're happy, lift it up, and peel the vinyl back, the paper. I always like to do it at least halfway, so that way you can kind of keep it tight, hold it in the middle, and the edges stay out and less chance for error. Start from the middle. You'll be supplied a squeegee in your application kit. Even pressure, start from the middle and work your way out. Always come back and start in the middle, so you're pressing out instead of trying to push stuff into the middle, because you'll push into a wrinkle. You always want to push it out. When you get to that point, you just pull it out a little bit more. You can still keep it on, and it still keeps it out. Once you've gotten to this point, you can pretty much pull this all the way off. There's not enough out there to really mess up anymore. So now you can just go straight down the middle and just keep them going from the middle and working your way down and pushing everything out. Now that that's down, start from the corner. Just peel your vinyl up. You want to be careful when doing this, especially in a colder temperature. The adhesive on the vinyl doesn't want to stick right away. So if you're in cold climate, you can just use a regular blow dryer or a heat gun that you can get at like a hardware store or anything like that. But a blow dryer will work just fine. You just want to run it on there and warm it up. That way it makes it stick a little bit better. Now we're going to be adding this red flame into this little section right here. Normally we would supply this with little registration marks in the corner, so that there would actually be vinyl laid right here, and you would just line up the vinyl and then everything should fall into place. In this case scenario, I have the border again, which represents this border, so all I have to do is line up this border and everything should fall right where it should. Get it close in there. You want to actually get it exactly in there if you can. Just and once you've got this into place again, you would just hinge the vinyl again like you did on the whole big piece. When I peel this up, I don't want the red to be there, so just like if you had registration marks which wouldn't be in the way of what you were doing, I'm going to just try to remove this little red border completely. And then same principles apply. Start from the middle, press out, putting all the pressure from the middle out. At the end, you just come on down. This is prime example on why you peel up slow and put a lot of pressure. Sometimes the corners like that are a little stubborn, but it always goes down. And there you go. So again, I got one more little piece of flame to put there. On this, because we're here, I'm just going to line the H's up. Again, if we were sending this to you, you can either get the option of getting it pre-assembled, or registration marks are always work good. Hinge it. This time I'm just going to cut away everything, because all I need is the flame on this.